look at some of this workout example. Now, for a defined value of y here, x has to be 5 or more than 5. If x is less than 5, then inside here become negative. So y become undefined. Okay? So what we want to find is the domain, then the value, that means the value of x whereby the y value is defined. Okay? Now you look at this. Look at this graph here. You can see that x here is more than 5. Whatever part here is more than 5. Okay? The x value, the minimum can go is 5. Why? Because anything less than that is a substitute here, it becomes a square root negative value. Then become undefined. Then that cannot be the domain. Okay? Then just say for the domain x must be 5, which if I put 5 minus 5 becomes 0. Okay, y also 0. Okay? That is defined for y value. So for this, the domain x has to be equal or more than 5. Okay? Now what about this? Okay, now let's look at this part here. B is A. B is y equal to 1 over x minus 5. Now, question is, can x become 5? If x become 5, then it's 1 over 0, it gives you infinity. Then y is not defined. So the domain, the x value, cannot be equal to 5. Okay, for this case. So, in this case, x cannot be equal to 5. Okay. So if you want to write in set notation, the domain x cannot equal to 5. Okay, now let's look at another part of it. What about if I x minus 5 over swap the numerator and the y? Sorry, the denominator and the y. Now, can y become 0? Can y become 0? If y becomes 0, then 1 over 0 becomes infinity. Okay? So, therefore, the range is y cannot equal to 0. Other than that, it's okay. You can substitute any y value, but y cannot be 0. You can see. Actually, y equal to 0, which is the x-axis, is the asymptote, you see. Because the number is here. Okay? Then, beside that, you got x equal to 5. Okay? Also is the asymptote. Question is, how do you know whether it is curved this way? You have to know whether it's this way or this way or this way. It's very simple. You just substitute some value at x. Okay? You substitute some x value. You notice that your y value is here, any x value more than 5. You notice that y is always positive. Okay? And then this is the reciprocal, means x increase, y decrease. Or x decrease, y increase. Okay? Now, then how do I know here? It's very simple again. You just take any x value which is less than 5, you substitute inside, you will get some y value. You notice that y value will become negative. So it's this part here. Okay. Now, what about this? Again, x minus 5. X cannot be 5. Why? Because if x becomes 5, 5 minus 5 becomes 0. So 1 over square root 0 is 1 over 0, making y become infinity and not defined. So in terms of domain, x x cannot be 5. Now, the next question you ask ourselves is, can x be, if x is more than 5, then it's okay, you got a positive value here, so that one is the domain. But can x be 5? Cannot, as we say here, become 1 over 0. But can x be less than 5? For example, 4. 4 minus 5 become minus 1. So 1 over square root 1, which is undefined also. So in other words, x has to be equal to, x cannot be equal to 0 or less than, x cannot be 5 or less than 5. Okay. So in this case here, to rub off, x has to be more than 5. Okay. It cannot be equal to 5. Why? Because the denominator becomes 0. It cannot be less than 5 because square root, if you put less than 5, for example 4, you got a square root negative, which also undefined. So x has to be more than 5. Okay.